Our last sentence element in this series was the object. Which one to go next? No doubt, the adverbial. Why? Because sometimes the adverbial and the object are so similar that even the toughest Russian linguists cannot agree on the difference. Let's go. Я отдыхаю по пятницам. On paper, we have a declined plural noun пятницам with the preposition по here. The noun answers the matching question of the dative case почему. Technically, this looks like an object. However, the noun also answers a more suitable adverbial question когда that qualifies it in this Russian sentence as an adverbial instead of an object. In the Russian language, an adverbial is called обстоятельства. It is a word or a group of words that more closely defines a predicate. In Russian syntactic analysis, it is highlighted with a dash-dotted line. An object in a Russian sentence always answers one of the case questions, like кого, что, etc. An adverbial, in turn, answers the adverbial questions like когда, как, где, etc. When the adverbial is made of a noun, like in our example above, technically, both question types apply, making it harder to distinguish the adverbial from the object. Apart from nouns, adverbials can also be made of adverbs and transgressives. The latter is a special verb form which is used to indicate a secondary action, while the primary action is the action of a predicate. Examples. Размявшись, он увеличил темп. Бегая, она слушает музыку. The Russian for the transgressive is деепричастие. They are used a lot in the Russian language. However, it's a huge topic that goes far beyond this video. We'll go on with it another time. The easiest part of speech for an adverbial is an adverb, in Russian, наречие. Unlike the other parts of speech in Russian, the adverb fits into a sentence without changing of the word form. No cases, no declension, no conjugation. Just pick an adverb with the right meaning and bring it in, like in English. Ник ехал быстро. A rare exception is the adverb changing the word form for degrees of comparison. Once again, it's like English. Ник ехал быстрее. Now, let's get back to the most confusing part, that is the adverbials made of nouns. Она смотрит в окно. Once again, we have a noun with a preposition here. The noun perfectly answers the matching question of the accusative case, во что? So, this could look as an object at first. However, the real meaning here probably is that the person was looking at what was happening behind the window, not at the glass surface. A much more suitable question here is куда? And the words в окно are rather a direction in this example, not an object. Thus, we have an adverbial here. Another example. Уборщик смотрит на окно. What do we have on paper this time? A noun in the accusative case answering the question на что? But the adverbial question куда is also possible. Is this another adverbial then? Not quite. The janitor is likely inspecting the glass surface and deciding if the window is clean enough. I would say that in this context, the window is rather an object of close inspection, not just a direction. However, some Russian linguists insist this is still an adverbial. That's exactly what we've started the video with. There are lots of examples where the lines between the object and the adverbial are not clear enough even for the linguists. So don't overstress the point. What really matters here is your choice of words and proper usage of cases and prepositions. Sometimes you cannot be sure if the words are an object or an adverbial. Sometimes no one can. So far, our examples covered the adverbials of direction, time, condition, and manner. This is just a small part of what an adverbial can be. Let's throw in a couple of examples more. Они ушли спать. This time, an adverbial of purpose made up from an infinitive verb form спать. It answers the adverbial question с какой целью? Yes, an infinitive can be an adverbial too. Ник уволился из-за болезни. This is an adverbial of reason. The words из-за болезни answer the adverbial questions почему, от чего. The list of adverbial types could go on, but I think it's enough for this time. Let's conclude. Lots of parts of speech can be used for an adverbial. Mostly nouns, adverbs, and transgressives. An adverbial is linked to a predicate and defines more closely how the action of a predicate happens. Adverbials can bring location, time, purpose, and other aspects to the action. Noun, adverbials, and objects can be confused with each other, but it is just a syntactic debate, not much to seriously worry about. That's it. We've got just the last sentence element left for the next video.